cult members, and welcome to the Pop Culture Cult. I'm Sean.
I'm Janice.
And welcome to our trailer reaction for the Red Band trailer. I'm going to put that out there right now. It's the Red Band trailer for The King's Man. So there'll be extra violence and extra swearing and extra sexual content in this trailer and our reaction. We don't care, but for sensitive eyes and ears, you've been warned.
If you're under whatever the... I don't even know what the
We don't even promote for kids, so...
age group is.
Yeah,
but
whatever.
If you're a child, go get your parent and they can watch it and you can go to the other room.
Yeah, exactly. And share with your friends, especially if they're like 13. So... What? No, don't do that. Don't do that. This is how we get in trouble. So here's our trailer reaction to the Red Band trailer, the final trailer for The King's Man, and go.
Our guest of honor, Rasputin.
Rasputin.
I'm looking for someone who can help me gain an audience with the Tsar. Perhaps you can be of assistance.
I only make decisions when my stomach is full or my balls are empty.
Well, thank God dinner is being served. Small things can grow into big problems. We are the first independent intelligence agency. While governments wait for orders, our people take action.
Welcome to the club.
You're going to need a suit.
Very clever. Time to dance.
I'm down. We're dancing. That's cheating. KO.
Stop fucking about!
Ooh.
Gentleman shite. I'm gonna love killing you.
Well, we shall see.
It's The Walk. December 22nd. All right.
So that's more the Kingsman that we have come to love and know.
Yeah. We've been going to the movies a lot more recently since kind of the world has opened back up, and we've been seeing the featurette a bunch, kind of tying this movie into the previous two movies,
Right,
and
yeah.
kind of explaining how we're going back to kind of the origin story of,
Yeah.
and that's what Matthew Vaughn wanted to do. He told those two stories. He wanted to go back, tell the origin of where it all started,
yeah.
and then come back and do 3 or 4 or 5 in a series and stuff
However
like that.
many they give him money for.
Right, exactly. I love the first one, and I really enjoy the second one.
Yeah.
This makes me kind of feel more like the first one.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. I hope so. The second one was okay, which tends to happen with sequels, right?
Yeah.
The novelty of whatever the shtick is has worn off. But yeah, hopefully maybe because they are doing some of the, head being cut off, not necessarily blown up with colored powder or whatever coming out, but and maybe because it's set so much earlier, it won't be quite so fantastical.
And I think it's supposed to be set right before World War One or right around World War One.
Yeah, well, they kill the Tsar, right? Which is what
so
starts.
That's Franz Ferdinand.
Which starts the war.
Fun fact for our household: the reason I remember Franz Ferdinand being the starter of World War One is because of the band. I don't know why that's the thing that I remember, but that's why I remember it. Whatever.
All right.
We talked about this when they were doing Wonder Woman. That there wasn't a ton of movies around World War One.
Yeah.
And then we got 1917,
Yeah.
which was shitballs amazing. I mean, we're doing the Red Balls trailer, so I can
You can swear.
we can swear. But there still hasn't been a ton of storytelling around World War One.
Yeah.
And a lot of that, I think, because our generation are the kids of the greatest generation, right? And so we were grown up, we grew up with the stories of World War II, and we have all the pictures and everything. And World War One is still that we're still fighting on horseback, you
Yeah,
know, and
yeah.
planes are essentially kites with a lawnmower, you know. I mean, it's,
Yeah, and they weren't super. I think they weren't super popular or around.
Yeah, yeah,
but
no,
I think that it's like, if we're talking about war movies, this is not a war movie.
This is not a war movie, but
if we're talking about war movies, they haven't had a great track record. I think 1917. What was the other one? Dunkirk. Those were amazing, but you know, there's been a lot of movies that we thought were okay, but not great.
Warhorse and
war movies. Well, I think Warhorse got. That's Steven Spielberg,
Yeah,
right? Yeah, that
yeah.
got like Academy Awards and stuff.
I'm
But
trying-
there just hasn't, you know, the Midway we liked, but a lot of people
Right,
didn't,
right,
and
right.
Pearl Harbor, you know, was okay, but a lot of people didn't like it. I think it's just a track record.
It's just
thing, but
it's an interesting thing, because if you try to take that time period too seriously, you lose you lose it. You're right. You lose that overall group. You know, the not the overall group, the masses. You lose the masses when you
Yeah.
try to do
Yeah.
a war movie or something set around the war too seriously. But because this is based off of a comic book, written by Mark Millar wrote this, right? Yeah. And you can kind of bring in the whimsicalness of it.
yeah,
And
absurdity.
the absurdity. And I'm sorry, Ralph motherfucking Fiennes is awesome. The dude was Voldemort.
Yeah.
I said his name. Come at me. But he's able to pull off something like that, and then come in and do something like this behind what's his name did in the first one and kind of the second one. Where you take somebody who you didn't expect to be this action kind of
Right.
fighter storytelling kind of
Right.
thing, and have them plump them in. They're doing that. They did that with Better Call Saul, with Nobody, and they took somebody that you're like, he doesn't look like he should be able to kick everybody's ass, and
Yeah.
he's able to kick everybody's ass, and
Yeah.
so I like that part. But I also like with this part, they're bringing in Rasputin. Rasputin is somebody huge in history, but nobody knows.
Yeah.
Other than his dick is in formaldehyde in some, because it was
Museum or
apparently
whatever.
massive, which I love as kind of a little kind of wink and nod
Thing.
at that,
Yeah,
with
yeah,
my balls
yeah.
being
But
empty and whatever.
There's a lot of people that aren't gonna get that because they don't know who.
Well, he walks in
Rasputin
with two
even
girls.
is.
There's your first clue.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
but
they don't even know who he is. So,
But overall, I like what I'm seeing with the way it's shot. Matthew Vaughn, who wrote and directed this one, did the other two too. But, I like his style. I like his pacing. I like his humor and stuff like that. But also, I like his shooting style. He doesn't do quick cuts in the fighting scenes. He
Yeah.
allows it all to kind of move together.
Yeah.
and
kind
you
of a
get
long shot.
a long shot or
everything. Yeah.
the church scene is what.
Yeah. The dolly cam is what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
you know, the kind of where the camera just follows the action as it moves around.
Yeah, and I like that they're taking all those elements that we loved from the first two movies. They're going to bring it in here. But they're going to tell a different story. They're going to tell an origin story of how we get to the Kingsmen. And at some point in time, they're going to introduce Arthur and Gawain and kind of all the members of the table that were there. And stuff
Well,
like
those
that.
are names. Those they just go with the chair, not with the person that's sitting in the chair.
Specifically, I want them to do something about Arthur, because Arthur would be in that age group where at least his parents would be involved in the conversation, because Arthur is Michael Caine. He's in his 70s for the first one. So
But in this one, if they get to that point, he's probably going to be Arthur.
Arthur, yeah,
Yeah.
Ralph Fiennes, will
Yeah.
be Arthur. That would be
'Cause
interesting.
they-
And then his kid,
Like at the end, they say yes, let's do the round table, and they name everybody that's there.
Yeah.
Because like I said, the name isn't with the person; it's with the chair that they're sitting in.
Yeah.
You're Arthur because you're at the head of the table. You're the leader.
right, right. It's interesting too, because right now it feels like there's just the three of them, and they're bringing the fourth in to set up the table and stuff. Anyways, we can go on in depth on Kingsman, as you can tell. So let us know what you thought of this trailer and our reaction to it in the comments down below. Please be nice. That's a requirement around here. I have the band hammer. I just need a hammer. I need a hammer prop. And like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications. Follow us on all the social media stuff, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, you young pups. And until next time, cult members, good afternoon, good evening, and good night now.